Good afternoon, hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. Thanks for sticking around during this week, guys and girls. I've not really done much training this week, and I know that's sort of like the core of the channel, so when you guys show interest in other areas of my life, I do appreciate it. Look at the state of that horse's rug. Don't treat yourself to a new one, pal. Anyway, it's lunchtime today on Friday. Just heading out for a little lunchtime walk. How times change. I've been to the shop. I've bought, I'm not even joking, some garlic bread and some Pepsi Max cherry because that's the sort of day I'm having. Feeling a little bit bunged up with cold. No, it's not COVID. Bit annoying because I wanted to get back into training this weekend, but I'm going to just take it easy. I'm not going to try and bust a gut and prolong any sort of illness. I need to get healthy before I get fit. I thought I'd talk a little bit about what's been going on for the last couple of days. Obviously, we've had a fuel crisis or driver crisis, whatever, the last few days. I've got some fuel on the way home last night from work, so I was running pretty low. I had to pay like £1.58 a litre on the motorway. Not ideal. And then what else? The cat has been poorly this week. He's had some digestive issues. He has been doing stuff on the carpet that he shouldn't, and yeah, causing Liz a fair bit of stress, and I've let him out most of the day today so we can do that outside. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about like recovery weeks, off season, that sort of thing, because I've had a few comments, a few people talk about it. It just shows how different people deal with those sorts of things, and I think that's absolutely fine. So I'm sure I won't mind me using him as an example. Ross Harper says that he has 2 or 3 weeks off, like fully off of training, and that's off season. In my opinion, I don't really need or want that time off, and I think want's more important than the need, because I don't particularly have a massive training year, racing year, and need a big break. And also, I enjoy running, cycling, sometimes swimming. So when if I was to say, oh, I have 2 or 3 weeks fully off, actually I wouldn't enjoy that. I can have 2 or 3 weeks relatively easy, the actual training effect is minimal, but I enjoy getting out on the bike and running and stuff. So that's what I'm basically doing. It's Friday today. I've only ridden the bike for an hour on Wednesday night. If I had my own way, I would have done a little bit more than that, but as life's worked out, I just haven't had the time. I'm gonna tonight sort of start easing myself back into training. So I've had pretty much 5 days full rest. I've got on top of life stuff. Tonight I'm either going to do a little bike or a little run. Tomorrow I'm going to do a run, then Sunday a steady bike ride, and then ease into it back from there. The RideHarder Academy starts next week. Thank you to those guys and girls who have signed up to the RideHarder Academy through this channel. That's awesome. Look forward to seeing you on those training sessions and social rides. So I'll start with some testing and easing into some sort of interval sessions from next week on the bike. My run structure starts next week as well, so I could do a bin healthy, so we'll play it by ear. Anyway, I'm gonna go home now and eat my garlic bread, and I'll see you later for some sort of training. The point of that was, let me know down below, what do you do for off-season or recovery? Those might be different things, those might be the same things. I think I've explained mine pretty in depth, so I won't go on about that anymore, but let me know what you do. What on earth do you think you're doing, Elizabeth?
Putting the heat on.
Have you seen how much energy prices are rising by recently?
I don't care.
Liz, what are you cranking it up to?
I've already done it. I'm just setting the time for it to go off.
What, in 10 minutes? Just do some star jumps. If you keep busy, you'll be warm.
Go away.
Oh, man.
In the politest words possible, go away.
Are you training tonight?
No!
Oh, okay. I know I said that I was going to train today, but I'm not. Just going to get this bike finished off so that if it's a bit drizzly this weekend and I want to go out on the bike, then I can do. I am waiting on, I did order some longer reach brake caliper stuff, thanks to those who suggested them. Same brand, Tektro, just a little bit longer. It's great, thanks for that. The front one is like all right, but borderline, so I'll probably just change the pair, seeing as I have the pair coming. And then what we'll do at the minute. So this is a good opportunity to take things to bits and clean them and put them back together and oil them, Loctite, whatever you want to do, ahead of a few months of perhaps not looking at those sort of things. So like the rear mech, for example, here, this is the cage. That's obviously the half I've cleaned, that's half I haven't. That's the jockey wheel I've cleaned, that's obviously the jockey wheel I haven't. Just doing things like that just helps make the drivetrain a fair bit cleaner, a bit more efficient, a bit less noisy. It will get bad like that again in the winter, but just delaying that as long as possible makes these components last a bit longer, doesn't it? And it's actually coming up pretty well, that, to be honest. Considering it's been like sat for a year or so, that's coming up right, just the beige white. Put it back together, lithium grease on everything that I can come across, and then yeah, I'm gonna change all these little bits, and then I'll show you when it's finished in a little while. Okay, so I'm there or thereabouts. In the spirit of nothing ever goes to plan, nothing ever goes to plan. So just trying to put on my pump and the little bracket there behind the bottle cage. Of course, the bolts aren't long enough to bolt it on, so I need to get some longer bolts. The bike is pretty much there. I think new chain is on, indexing works fine. Just waiting on the brakes, as I said earlier. The saddlebag is on. Yes, it does open up and extend to be even bigger than it already is. That is a Toe Peak medium bag. And you might think, oh my God, that's massive. That's because it is massive. In there, I'm going to put 2 or 3 tubes, a multi-tool, a few CO2s, what else, patches, basically loads more stuff than I would normally carry, because in the winter, you really don't want to get stuck and stranded somewhere, because it'd be a long drive out for Liz, and I'd probably freeze to death in the Peak District. What else have I done? The new tyres are on. Right, so these wheels, I bought these wheels off of time trial legend, Andy Jackson, you might know him. But they're nothing fancy, and I don't mean that as in just talking about, they're genuinely, they're Campagnolo Kalima. They're like, you know, they're pretty heavy, they're not a fast tyre, fast wheel. Victoria Corsa tyres, latex tubes inside them. They're Michelin latex tubes. They're £15 each they retail at for the latex inner tubes. Mental. Obviously, I'll be using those on a hill climb bike build I've got planned in the next couple of months or so. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Wahoo mount on as well. That's it. Job done. Looking forward to riding it. Am I really? I don't really know, to be honest. Looking forward to being out in the Peak District during winter on beautiful days, being able to ride a bike without getting my friends wet, because mud guards. There we go. Anyway, Liz and I are going to go watch a film now. Apparently, got to spend some like time together, like sat in the same room, like looking at each other and talking to each other. I don't understand it. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button down below. I am going to go for a run tomorrow because Liz is making me go with her final long run, long taper run, whatever. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you tomorrow at 4 PM. Bye.